Today Elon Musk just left a hidden message only for you, open before it disappears forever. Hey, it's Elon Musk here. Yeah, the guy who's been tweeting about Mars and building rockets. But this isn't about SpaceX or Tesla, this is something personal, a hidden message I left just for you. I slipped it into the digital ether, and who knows how long it'll stick around before it vanishes forever. So, if you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. You've stumbled upon something meant only for those rare souls who are ready to hear it. Open it now, before it disappears. Because what I'm about to share isn't just words, it's a spark, a code to unlock the extraordinary in you. Let's dive in. There are moments in life when something shifts quietly inside you, as if the universe itself pauses to hand you a decision. You might not notice it at first. A flicker, a faint pulse of possibility, something that whispers that you were meant for more than this moment. It's not loud. It doesn't demand your attention. It simply waits for you to stop scrolling, stop running, stop doubting long enough to hear it. That whisper is the truth. The truth that you have something extraordinary buried under the noise of routine and fear. The truth that every human being walking this planet carries the potential to shape the future, to redefine what's possible, to look at the world and say, this isn't enough. I can build something better. Every breakthrough humanity has ever achieved began as a single spark of defiance. Someone refusing to accept the limits others believed in. The electricity in your veins, the curiosity in your thoughts, the hunger that won't let you sleep until you create something, these are not accidents. They are signals. They are reminders that the universe evolves through people who dare to dream so vividly that reality eventually bends to their will. You are one of those people. Whether you know it yet or not. It's easy to believe that greatness belongs to others. That innovation, brilliance, resilience, those belong to people with better opportunities, luckier breaks, more confidence, more money, more time. But if history teaches anything, it's that the future has always been built by people who started with nothing except relentless vision. Every great idea was once a foolish fantasy. Every company that changed the world began with someone in a small room staring at a problem too big for their resources but too important to ignore. The difference between them and everyone else wasn't talent or connections. It was endurance. It was the stubborn refusal to give up when failure seemed inevitable. You are not defined by your starting point. You are defined by how you move when things stop making sense, when progress stalls, when no one believes in you. You are defined by what you choose to do when the easy path disappears. The truth is, nothing worth doing will ever feel safe. Every meaningful pursuit will demand that you risk rejection, discomfort, even ridicule. But that's the price of creating something that matters. The future doesn't come to those who wait for permission. It comes to those who start before they're ready. Some people wait for motivation to arrive before they act. But motivation is not a gift, it's a consequence. It appears only after movement begins. Start small. Take one step even when you're uncertain. The act of motion awakens something ancient in you, a current of power that's been dormant for too long. Every time you push past hesitation, you grow stronger. Every small win compounds, and soon the impossible starts to look inevitable. Think of the world as clay, endlessly malleable, waiting for hands willing to shape it. The tools you need might not exist yet. That doesn't matter. Build them. If the rules don't allow what you're trying to do, rewrite them. Progress has never been made by people who stayed comfortable. It's made by those who are willing to risk failure, mockery, and exhaustion for the sake of something that might just change everything. When you look up at the night sky, you're seeing history. The light of stars that burned millions of years ago. Yet somewhere out there, someone once looked up and decided that starlight wasn't enough, that human beings were meant to reach those points of light. Not just admire them. That's what separates dreamers from achievers. Not imagination, but the audacity to act on it. The future belongs to people who are too restless to wait for miracles because they've realized that they can create them. The world often tries to tame you. It tells you to be realistic, to manage expectations, to aim smaller so you won't be disappointed. But the truth is, realism is just another word for surrender. Realism says the world cannot change. Vision says maybe it can. Progress doesn't come from cautious minds. It comes from unreasonable ones. Every major leap forward in human history was born from the willingness to question everything that came before. If you've ever been called unrealistic, wear it as armor. It means you've started to see beyond what others accept. Failure will visit you. It always does. And when it does, don't run from it. Learn to dance with it. Every failure is data. Every setback is instruction. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the mechanism by which success is refined. The only true failure is refusing to start or quitting before the lesson reveals itself. The path of creation is never smooth. It's a storm of trial, error, persistence, and evolution. But those storms are sacred. They sculpt you into someone capable of handling the scale of your vision. There will be nights when you doubt yourself so deeply that it hurts to even think, when every ounce of progress feels erased by a single mistake. Those are the moments that forge greatness. Because if you can keep moving forward when nothing is certain, you're already unstoppable. You are learning the hardest and most valuable skill of all, resilience. Resilience is the hidden engine behind every lasting legacy. It's what turns ordinary individuals into pioneers. It's the strength that makes you stand up one more time than you fall. The world will tell you that you need luck, but luck favors motion. The harder you work, the more chances you create for luck to find you. It's not about waiting for opportunities to appear. It's about becoming someone who generates them. Every skill you learn, every problem you solve, every time you choose progress over comfort, you are aligning yourself with the current of evolution itself. You might not see results immediately. That's fine. Seeds take time to grow. A tree doesn't sprout overnight. It spends weeks, months, years building roots that no one can see. Be patient with your process. The roots you're growing now will one day hold up a forest of accomplishments. Don't mistake silence for stagnation. The work you do in the dark is what allows you to shine in the light. You were not born to merely exist. You were born to expand, to explore, to create, to leave fingerprints on the fabric of time. The fact that you exist at all in this place, in this century, on this fragile planet spinning through an infinite cosmos, is statistically miraculous. You are the result of billions of years of survival, adaptation, and evolution. You carry the legacy of every life that came before you. You are a living continuation of the universe's desire to understand itself. To waste that gift by living small would be a tragedy. Remember, ambition is not arrogance. It's gratitude in motion. When you dare to dream bigger, you're honoring the fact that you've been given the capacity to imagine. When you take risks, you're saying thank you to the forces that created you. The universe doesn't owe you meaning. It offers you raw material. Your job is to sculpt meaning out of chaos. Every generation inherits both the problems and the possibilities of the one before it. This one is no different. We face challenges, climate, energy, inequality, technology, that test the limits of our ingenuity. But within every crisis lies the seed of reinvention. You are part of that reinvention. The question isn't whether you can change the world. It's whether you will decide to. The difference between those who make history and those who watch it being made is simple: choice. You choose to act when others hesitate. You choose to learn when others complain. You choose to believe that progress is possible even when evidence says otherwise. That belief, repeated daily through effort, becomes momentum. And momentum is unstoppable. There is a kind of peace that comes not from rest but from purpose. When you know why you're doing something, exhaustion becomes fuel. Discipline becomes devotion. The struggle becomes sacred. Find that purpose not in what you think the world expects from you, but in what you cannot stop caring about. Follow that obsession even when it scares you, especially when it scares you, because fear is often a compass pointing directly toward growth. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you dreamed of was possible all along. That the only thing standing between you and your potential was hesitation. Imagine the world if everyone stopped doubting their ability to create change. Every invention, every leap in art or science, every revolution in thought began as a moment of someone refusing to stay silent. You have that same power. It's not reserved for geniuses or heroes. It belongs to everyone who's brave enough to start. Even if no one believes in your vision yet, keep going. The greatest ideas are always misunderstood at first. Innovation looks like insanity until it works. So let them doubt. Let them question. Let them laugh. Their disbelief is proof that you're ahead of your time. History will catch up. There comes a time when the dream begins to change its shape. At first, it feels like a vision, vivid, glowing, something that fuels you in the quiet hours of the night. But then reality sets in. Dreams demand weight. They demand sacrifice. The moment you decide to bring an idea to life, it stops being fantasy and becomes responsibility. That's the moment when you discover whether your desire to create is stronger than your comfort. Because comfort is the silent killer of ambition. It lulls you into believing you have time. It convinces you that waiting until tomorrow is safe. But tomorrow never comes for those who postpone action in the name of preparation. If you want to change your life, stop waiting for certainty. It will never come. Certainty is the illusion of control in a universe that thrives on chaos. The only thing you can control is your response, your willingness to take a step despite the unknown. Every great creator, every innovator, every leader who has ever mattered faced that same void of uncertainty and stepped forward anyway. They learned that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. You will have days when progress feels invisible. You'll pour your soul into something and it will seem as though the world doesn't care. That's normal. It's part of the process. The world resists change because change demands energy. But remember, energy cannot be destroyed. Every bit of effort you invest is absorbed into the structure of reality, waiting for the right moment to emerge as a result. The work you do today, even when unseen, will echo later in ways you can't imagine. There is a secret hidden in the way the universe operates. It rewards consistency more than brilliance. Consistency compounds. Brilliance fades without discipline. You don't need to be extraordinary every day. You just need to show up. Show up when you're tired, when you're uninspired, when no one is watching. Every day you do that, you're reinforcing an identity, the identity of someone who keeps promises to themselves. That's the foundation of confidence. It's not built by success. It's built by follow-through. When the night feels heavy and you question everything, pause and look at how far you've come. Even if it's not where you want to be yet, it's further than where you started. Progress doesn't shout, it whispers. It accumulates silently, one decision at a time. You won't always see the growth until you look back and realize you've become someone entirely new. And yes, you will lose people along the way. The path of creation is lonely sometimes. Some will not understand your obsession. Some will feel threatened by your ambition. That's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk with you forever. Growth demands distance between who you were and who you're becoming. Honor those who supported you, but don't be afraid to outgrow them. Staying small to keep others comfortable is not kindness. It's betrayal of your potential. You must remember that your time here is limited. This isn't a rehearsal. It's the one performance you get. Every day you spend in hesitation is a day subtracted from your ability to build something meaningful. Time is the most valuable resource you will ever own. Spend it creating, learning, loving, exploring, failing, anything but waiting. Waiting is the slow death of potential. The people who achieve the impossible don't have more hours in the day. They have fewer excuses. They treat every hour as an investment, not an expense. They understand that effort multiplies when focused. That's your advantage too, focus. When you direct your attention toward one meaningful goal and refuse to scatter it across distractions, you enter a different kind of rhythm. Time bends. The impossible starts to yield. At some point, you will want to quit. You'll feel the exhaustion of effort that seems to go nowhere. You'll wonder if all of this is worth it. In those moments, remind yourself you're not just working for results. You're working for transformation. Every challenge, every obstacle, every late night, they are shaping you into someone capable of holding the dream you once thought was too big. The process is not punishment, it's preparation. People often talk about passion as if it's a lightning strike, something you wait for. But passion is built. It's the residue of effort and curiosity layered over time. You don't find your purpose fully formed. You build it through action. You experiment. You fail. You adapt. And through that process, you uncover what truly matters to you. The world doesn't hand out clarity. It rewards those who earn it through persistence. If you ever doubt your worth, remember this. The odds of you even existing are astronomically low. The chance that you would be born in this era with your mind, your perspective, your abilities, it's nearly impossible. And yet here you are. You are a miracle made flesh, endowed with the capacity to think, to create, to love, to build. Don't waste that by shrinking yourself to fit into someone else's story. You are the author of your own. There will be moments of fear, fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of being seen. But fear is not your enemy. It's evidence that you're moving towards something that matters. Fear is a compass pointing directly at growth. The key is not to eliminate it, but to walk with it. If you wait until the fear is gone, you'll never begin. The greatest victories are not won in public. They're earned in silence. The hours you spend learning, practicing, refining, doubting, rebuilding, those are the moments that separate dreamers from doers. When the results finally appear, people will call you lucky. They'll never see the endless repetition that built your skill. They'll never know how many times you started over, but you'll know. And that quiet knowledge will be worth more than any applause. The world needs more builders, more thinkers, more doers, more people who believe that good enough isn't enough. You have a choice, to consume or to create. Consumption gives temporary comfort. Creation gives lasting meaning. Creation is hard, but it's sacred work. It's how the universe evolves through you. Every invention, every leap in human progress began with a single person deciding to question the obvious. Someone looked at a horse and imagined a car. Someone looked at a candle and imagined electricity. Someone looked at the stars and imagined a rocket. What will you imagine when you hit a wall? Don't see it as the end. See it as proof that you've reached the edge of the known. Beyond that wall is discovery. The obstacle is the invitation. It exists not to stop you, but to teach you something you couldn't learn otherwise. Every problem carries the seed of innovation. Every frustration hides a breakthrough waiting for attention. There will come a day when you look back and realize that the struggle was the best part, not because it was easy, but because it revealed who you are. Adversity strips away pretense. It shows you what you're made of. You'll remember the moments you almost gave up more vividly than the times you succeeded easily, because those were the moments you proved your strength. If you ever feel like your progress doesn't matter, imagine someone 10 years from now who finds your work, your story, your invention, and it changes their life. That's the ripple effect of courage. You may never meet everyone you inspire, but the energy you release through action travels further than you can imagine. The world is built on invisible chains of influence. Be part of that chain. And remember, it's never too late. Time doesn't erase potential. Whether you're 17 or 70, the present moment is always a blank page. The universe doesn't care about your age, your background, your past failures. It only responds to effort. The laws of cause and effect are impartial. The moment you begin again, you restart the story. So take the leap, make the call, build the thing, write the book, start the business, learn the skill, speak the truth. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Perfection is just fear disguised as logic. The perfect moment is the one you act in. Your dream will test you. It will stretch you to the edges of what you think you can handle. But when you finally arrive at the place you once imagined, when you see what persistence has built, you'll understand that the journey was never about the goal. It was about the becoming. You will have become the kind of person who can do hard things, and that's freedom. This message might disappear soon, but the spark I've left for you? That's yours to keep. Go ignite it. Elon.